Hi, my name is Willow Clark and I teach high school pottery, and I just wanted to answer a question someone had about how we do modeling clay warm-ups. So I just wanted to take you through this as the way that I do it, and maybe there's something you can use that could help you in your classroom. Okay, so modeling clay warm-ups are essentially where students come into class and they get a baggie that has their piece of modeling clay, and they have their little note card that has their first and last name on there and their period number, and they're dumped in a pile on the front desk. I keep them in a little tray, and then I have them in a little drawer system. I can put a picture of it up later. And so what they do is when they come in, they get two things. They get their baggie of modeling clay, and then I also have a tray that has some papers that are just papers of things that I've collected from the internet of possible inspiration of what they could do for sculpting that day. And they go to their table and they get ready for me to start warm up. And they work on top of the paper as also a working mat so they don't get clay dust into their modeling clay. And it just kind of keeps things more organized. They can totally be inspired by something on this paper, or they could come up with something from their imagination. So those two items are something that they need for working with their clay for warm-ups. So just like you would have drawing warm-ups for like a traditional 2D art classroom, modeling clay warm-ups are a chance for students to come into class and have a bell ringer and be able to work on something three-dimensionally, which is more connected to what we're trying to do for pottery class in the first place. So it's just a really good way for them to start the class period. So once we get everybody in and the bell rings, I go ahead and start warm-up time. For me, I prefer to have warm-up as a quiet time in class. So what that means is once I set the expectation for no talking, it's a quiet time in class and it lasts 5 minutes, and I use my timer on my cell phone. And then what I do is I just count down to begin that time, and I have some music playing through my Bluetooth speaker, and it's typically like a instrumental, something relaxing, and then they can listen to their own music if they want when they're doing warm-up if they have headphones. And then after that, once warm-up is over and the timer goes off, I have them put it back in their section of the drawer, and then they just put this paper back in the tray so the next class can use it, and that is warm-up time. What happens that helps me out during warm-up time is it gives me a chance to take attendance, especially when I don't know everybody's name yet. And so anybody whose bag is left behind is obviously a student who has not arrived yet or is absent for that day. And I haven't put their first and last name and period number so I can keep record of who is here and who is not here. I also do a kind of hard copy of the attendance that I keep in a notebook or binder, and I mark who is absent here, so it helps with fire drills, and I can also have a record of attendance that is easy to glance, and of course I do it in the computer too during that time. So it gets me a chance to get attendance in. It also gives a chance for students who are coming in late so they don't miss a really important instruction for that day. And then it also helps me just kind of have a grounding moment before the class begins so I can make sure I get attendance in and have a quiet moment to look around the classroom to notice anything that needs to be prepped for that day or check on clay situation, those kinds of things. And it really helps. So it's something that works for me in my classroom, and maybe there's something in there that you could use. The type of clay that I use is just the modeling clay that you would get from Michael's. You can order this online, and then when the beginning of the year starts within the first week, they get their modeling clay, and we have semester-based classes, so they'll keep their modeling clay for the whole semester here in class, and then the last day we use modeling clay, they can choose to throw it away, or it's theirs to take home and they can do whatever they want. So this is available on Amazon. You can get it through Michael's. I think they might even have it on Blick, but I'm not sure. It's the 144 pack, and I take away the dark colors. I don't let them have the choice to use like the darker blacks and things like that because they're just a little too pigmented and messy for what we need to use them for. It's really fun, and they can mix their colors. I give them 2 sticks each, and it's a good way to start the day. I think it's a good break for them to just kind of like chill and have a moment before class starts. Maybe they had a rough time in between their class periods, or they've got something heavy on their mind. It gives them some mental space to kind of recenter and get ready for the class period so they can enjoy their time in pottery. Okay, thank you. I hope that helped, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks. Bye.